Welcome, Aquarius. This is a message from Spirit. We've been doing a lot of readings lately that are focused on what's going on around you in the 3D, your love life, etc. So I feel like you guys might be hungry for something a little deeper. So we're asking Spirit to communicate any information that Aquarius may find helpful at the moment or may feel in need of. What is the main issue on Aquarius's mind? Oh, wow. I'm seeing the word contract, but I'm not seeing it. Just look at this double confirmation here. At first glance, this may look like a romantic reading, but I do believe it's a little deeper than this. It's the ring. The act of giving rings as contracts goes far back in various societies. Positive outcome, agreements, contracts, promise, commitment, prophecy. Look at this, something that has not yet manifested. I'm going to get one more card. I feel like this is your commitment to Spirit. And the fact that it's clarified by the idea of something that has not yet manifested. I feel like this could be a message of trust, hope, faith that something will in fact manifest. It could have to do with your love life, but the deeper message here is something unseen, but I feel like, wow. Okay, let's have a look at this. First of all, we've got the card Destiny under here. So here we go again. Contract. Look at the innocence of the child there. Communication. Amazing. Now, the number 13 here, and we've got double confirmation. I'm just going to quickly review here. This card is obviously extremely, look at this, beginnings, carefree, innocence. I feel like this is the essence of the Fool. Trusting, beginnings, inexperienced, learning, friendship, innocence. This is interesting. I don't know why I'm seeing the phrase blind faith, but in a very good way. Let's get one more card. I feel like something is destined, and there's, wow. Wow. So this could have to do, if you're low on money, this is a wonderful, positive, hopeful message here. Abundance, flowing, freedom, money, influx, treasures. The energy from this card is positive, and the answer is yes. It's funny that I chose this stone, because I don't always use that stone, but it has the word faith on it. I feel like this message could be just sort of a message of reinforcement for you to have faith. If you're having money troubles, or you're sort of yearning for, you're needing to fall back on a bit of faith, a bit of hope. But with the ring there, I'm seeing a very, very, I'm feeling like a firm commitment and contract with Spirit. Now, I know that seems a bit restricting, but I feel like these are the energies that are going to serve you in whatever, if you're facing any kind of difficulty right now, the idea of freedom and abundance, innocence. All right, so Spirit, I think we're ready to start. All right, so for Aquarius, please, for the astrological sign of Aquarius from January 20 to February 18. Spirit, can we have a message to Aquarius straight from Spirit? Okay, so there's a... Right away, I'm seeing you here, and I'm seeing the way that the rest of society might deal with your situation as being over here. This is Saturn in Taurus, so this person is waiting. They have sown some seeds. The harvest is not quite, it's not ready to be harvested. This person is looking at what they have been able to produce so far. They may not be happy with it. We're not really sure what this person is thinking. This is a completely different energy over here. This is sort of an aggressive energy. This is I can't wait, I've got to go. This person wants to conquer new territory. It's sort of, it's not an underdeveloped fire sign, but it is a card of Leo. But this person often takes action without, thinking through what they're doing. They may be greedy. They may just be interested in conquering new territory. They're fired up. These two energies are completely different. I feel like the message here could be this might be what you're tempted to do. This is how you're feeling. So the person in this card is not sure if they should move on. They're trying to make a decision. But I feel like your energy is here right now. You may be tempted to move on and do this. Maybe tempted to cheat, tempted to do something, tempty and lusty, but I don't think you're going to do that. This could be what others would do in your situation right now. But I highly doubt this is the action that you're going to take. Now, at the same time, this could be the energy of someone important to you in your life. Let's move on. Excuse me. Show us more, please, Spirit. And thank you so much. Show us more. Wow. So what I'm feeling here is that a very important choice is on the table here, is about to be made, or you may be in the process of making it. Somebody could be making this choice about you, but I feel like it's your decision. I do feel that you are looking to Spirit for some guidance on what the spiritually correct action would be, the spiritually correct choice. You may literally be facing some kind of a roadblock or mountain, that divides you and the outcome that you wish to obtain. The sun, I think, is there simply because you're looking, you want, the answer to be revealed, either that or you already know. In this card, there is the idea of freedom, healing, passion. There's and purity as well. White horse. I'm also seeing temptation as well, because of course this person, not to be sexist, because we all have male and female traits, but this person is not looking to Spirit. They're looking to the physical, to the 3D. And in fact, they're afraid. The message could be that, you know, when we make decisions based on the 3D, on the physical, what we can see, we often miss the spiritually correct choice. I think you already know this. This could just be a message of, you know, this message for you could simply be a confirmation of what you're already in the process of doing. Spirit, show us more. Wow. Again, I feel like we have two very opposing energies here. There is the idea of complete transformation and changing the way that, you know, one rules oneself, changing your whole ideology, your whole way of being and thinking. This is a wonderful transformation. In this card, the person, you know, who has been trampled upon by the messenger of death, there was a very evil, cruel French king. And there are those who are begging for this king not to die, you know. But this transformation is coming in. Again, over here, we have this, this is a page of wands. So this page is even less, you know, this page is very courageous, but the page, you know, salamanders on this page's coat, the tails are very far away from the mouths, meaning that they have not arrived, you know, they have not completely developed spiritually. It's not a completely self-actualized person, and they are about to bite off, you know, a lot more than they can chew, but they are up for this challenge. But I feel like it's this way of thinking that is being transformed here. So again, there could be something very tempting. There could the old way of doing things might be tempting you. There's 3 coming out here. Wow. And just look at what's, I'm going to pull this up. Wow. I feel like this is your energy right here. Whether you're male or female, this person is 100% focused on unconditional love. This person's back is turned to this 10 of Swords. So, you know, this is Sun and Gemini, by the way. So it marks, you know, it is dawn in this card, as it also was in the Death card, which means that something toxic here, I feel, is over with, has been extinguished, but there is hope. The mudra in this this hand gesture in this person who's lying on the ground means that it's not over yet. There is a new beginning coming. Here again, we have the idea of seeking approval from spirit. Over here, we have 2 people seeking approval from you know, a human expert. You could be, again, I'm feeling this pull of doing things the human way and doing things the spiritual way, but I see that you're already very focused on choosing the path of unconditional love. I feel like looking at what's underneath the 3 of Pentacles here. Yeah. So this action, the Knight of Swords, this type of action is taken, you know, it was derived or born from somebody who once loved, who once had nothing but love in their heart, but it has now turned into anger. And this person is reacting in an angry fashion, and they do cause damage. What's underneath the Knight of Swords? Yeah, the Sun. Confusion. All right, so can we have more, please? So I think we know what the issue is here. Spirit, what is the message for Aquarius? What is the message here, please, Spirit, for Aquarius? Wow. I mean, this card, it is the Ace of Cups. People compare this card to the Eucharist. They compare this card to the Last Supper, to the speech that Jesus of Nazareth gave the night before he was arrested. In the speech, he was aware that somebody in the room had been tempted by the what is it, the 13, was it 12 or 13 shillings, to basically to give information as to where Jesus was located, because at the time he was literally being hunted down, so that he could be arrested and put to death. There are really complicated reasons why Jesus had a target on his head at this point, but there was a terrible misunderstanding about what the message that Jesus was trying to send. He was clarifying a lot of what Moses' teachings, and there was a great deal of anger and misunderstanding. If you ask a layperson about why Jesus was executed, many people will say, well, it was because he thought he was God. That is so, it's such a gross misunderstanding, I think, of what Jesus was saying. In no way was he was simply trying to clarify the teachings of Moses. And I believe that Jesus of Nazareth was extremely careful in what he said about, human beings and God. Certainly he did not think himself above anyone else. He was constantly trying to tell people that they were all capable of what he was doing. I'm really being guided at this point to give you an example. I'm just going to pause the tape for a moment. The one example of this that I thought I would give you at this point it's a quote from the New Testament, believe it or not, from Matthew. And what was happening was, you remember that Jesus of Nazareth was known to be able to heal people. And just put very, very generally, some of his followers, that tried desperately to do what he did. And some of them were incapable of doing what he could do. And they confronted Jesus and wanted to know why. And I'm just going to read. This is the whole idea of faith, and this is the stone that I had covering the Lenormand deck this morning. So I'm reading from Matthew. It's chapter 17. Actually, it starts with chapter 14. The casting out of an epileptic demon. And when they came to the crowd, a man came to him, falling on his knees before him and saying, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he has epilepsy and suffers terribly. For often he falls into the fire and often into the water. And I brought him to your disciples, and they were not able to heal him. And Jesus answered and said, O unbelieving and perverted generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I bear with you? Bring him here to me. And Jesus rebuked it, and the demon came out from him, and the boy was healed from that hour. Then the disciples, coming to Jesus privately, said, Why were we not able to cast it out? And he said to them, Because of your little faith. For truly I say to you, if you have faith like a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, Move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible to you. But this kind does not go out except by prayer. So, he was trying to get the point across. You can do this, but you must have faith, I'm also looking at, when they came to him, people were very confused about, obviously Moses was equated with these very restrictive 10 commandments. And Jesus, part of the reason why he was put to death was because he didn't want people to adopt them. He wasn't in favor of many of them. There were only a few that he thought were important. I'm quoting here again from Matthew. This is chapter 19, when his disciples were wondering, okay, well, if Moses' law wasn't correct, which one of the 10 commandments should we be following? He said to him, which ones? And Jesus said, you shall not murder, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness. And he believed in honoring the father and the mother, and love your neighbor as yourself. And so this person who had approached him, who was sort of a greedy person, had said to him, the young man said to him, all these things I have kept, what do I still lack? Jesus said to him, if you want to be perfect, go, sell your possessions and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in the heavens. And come, follow me. But the young man, hearing this word, went away sorrowing, for he had many possessions. And Jesus said to his disciples, truly I say to you, only with difficulty will a rich man enter into the kingdom of the heavens. And again, I say to you, it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. And when the disciples heard this, they were greatly astonished and said, who then can be saved? And looking upon them, Jesus said to them, with men, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. Now, he didn't mean that he was God, and he meant that men and women should have God with them, to allow God to be within them. I think the message here, there are, Arthur Edward Wade has, designed this card so there are exactly 26 droplets of water here, and, one cannot deny that there are 26 letters in the English alphabet. There are 5 streams of water which represent the 5 senses. This message is really knowledge that cannot be put into words, but it is equated with the connection of spirit. This dove, that's supposed to be the little disc there is the bread, that you eat during Holy Communion for anyone who subscribes to any deity of Christianity. But this is the connection here between man and spirit. This is a very powerful message here. I think the message here is that you have this knowledge within you. You are already doing, you are already making the correct choice. Even if you cannot see in the 3D with your 5 senses, the benefits of making the spiritually correct choice, you will be rewarded, and then some. The power in that card is beyond words. It's unconditional love. Show us more, please, Spirit. Now, in this split, I'm seeing simply that this challenge of making the correct spiritual choice, you are up for it. I'm also being drawn to that feather right now, and I'm getting very loud ringing in my left ear. The feather, especially upright like that, it symbolizes the ability to communicate with the gods. So I do believe that you are up for making the correct spiritual choice here. Wow. Obviously, this is your energy. This is what those who do not have a mustard seed of faith would do. Notice how you are looking up. You are not looking in this direction. I want you to compare the expression on your face here. Look how calm and serene it is. I want you to notice how white that sun is. The rays, but I want you to notice how your rod, your staff here, do you notice how it is perfectly aligned with the rays of the sun? And the message there is that you are in perfect alignment with spirit. Why? Because of your innocence, your blind faith, your hope. Look at that white dog, how hopeful he looks. The dog is in no way warning you, by the way. I don't know how that started. Wherever you go, I go, says the little white dog. The dog isn't worried about the bloody cliff, nor are you. Nor are you. I believe that the message here is to believe in the impossible, to have faith in what you cannot see. This person here, you, the fool, you have no interest whatsoever in greed or winning or outsmarting or outdoing. This is a worldly energy here, that you have a complete disinterest in this energy. You know, if this person, if the character in this card would only do what you're doing, would only realize that he doesn't have to steal or win or look to others as if he's won to reap a reward. If only this character could have that, well, you have more than a mustard seed of faith here, but if only that character could have the mustard seed of faith, could have the hope and the optimism. Do you see the amount of yellow? That's optimism and courage that this character has. Then these people wouldn't be hurt. Just look at the damage that's being caused here. People are walking away in sorrow. One person is sobbing. The other person, this person over here sort of knew that this person was going to let them down. I'm going to get one more split. I just feel that the message here is to confidently, one foot in front of the other, and really hold fast to the qualities of the Fool there that you have had. Look at that, and always have had. And here we are. So I do feel that this is the final message. Again, what you are doing is focusing on, just look at how giant that cup is, on unconditional love. There are angels in your throne here, guarding you. And what you don't see coming, Aquarius, is this. This is the Page of Pentacles, all right? So this could be a job opportunity, money, but what it definitely is, it's change. It is incredibly positive, opulent, abundant change. All pages herald change. This page heralds the kind of change that leads to the 10 of Pentacles, which is Mercury in Virgo. It is in the 10 of Pentacles, the person in that card has the ability to cross into the world of the unseen, to cross the abyss, to go into the realm of the unmanifest. So I believe the message, Aquarius, here is to remember who you are. I just paused the tape there to find a few quotes about the Fool. These are not my favorite quotes, but I think they summarize, somewhat well the message here. The fool is true to himself and his dreams and doesn't see anything as impossible, and therefore is able to turn the impossible into reality. It is the most powerful card in the deck because he or she can become anything. Sometimes we need to take the first step, even if we can't see where we are going. It's called faith. Anyway, thank you so much, Aquarius. Very powerful message. Let me know what you're doing and keep me updated on the outcome. This looks absolutely amazing. Have a great day.